You ever live with someone who slowly turns your life into a living hell? Someone who takes your kindness, your effort, and twists it into control? Because that's exactly what happened when my roommate, who used to be my best friend, turned into the most toxic person I've ever known. And the day I finally got my revenge was the day he realized he'd lost everything. If you've ever had someone abuse your trust or treat you like you don't matter, hit that like button right now. Because this is for anyone who's ever been pushed too far and finally pushed back. Subscribe for more stories like this, and let's dive into how one man's arrogance cost him everything. It all started back in 2001 when I moved away from home for university. I was 18, hopeful, broke, but excited. I got placed in student halls, and that's where I met Donald. At first, he seems like the kind of guy everyone wanted as a friend. Loud, funny, always cracking jokes. We got along great, so when first year ended, we decided to move into a house together with 2 other friends. That year was good. Late night pizza runs, shared jokes, movie marathons. Donald and I became close. I trusted him. But time has a funny way of revealing people. When the lease ended, Donald dropped out of university and got a job at a bank. He told me he was buying his own place and said, "You can rent my spare room if you want." It sounded great. I thought, perfect. A friend's house, no random roommates, stability. At first, everything was fine. But slowly, something in him shifted. He stopped being the friend I knew. It started small. He'd make snide comments about my schedule. "Oh, you're only at uni today? Must be nice to have so much free time." I'd laugh it off. I thought he was just teasing. But then he started isolating me. Friends would come over and he'd be rude, cold. He'd throw passive-aggressive jokes at them like darts. "Oh, you brought beer? Guess you're freeloading too." The laughter stopped. People stopped visiting. Evenings got quieter, not peaceful, but tense. The kind of quiet where you're aware of every creak in the floorboards. Then his aunt started showing up almost every other day. A loud, nosy woman who acted like she owned the place. She'd rearrange things in the kitchen, comment on the state of my laundry, and once even said, "Oh, I didn't think you'd still be here. Donald said you might move soon." That one hit me like a gut punch. Then came the moment that turned everything sour. Donald came home one evening all smug, holding a brochure. "I'm getting Sky TV, basically cable. We'll split the cost." I told him, honestly, "Hey, I can't really afford that right now. Between tuition, rent, and my part-time job, it's tight." He smirked, that arrogant, dismissive smirk that instantly made my blood boil, and said, "Then you don't get a say on what I watch on my TV." That was the moment I realized he didn't see me as a friend anymore, just a tenant under his thumb. From that day on, everything became a power game. He'd say things like, "My house, my rules. Maybe we should rethink you living here if you can't handle it." If dishes weren't done the minute he got home, he'd throw a tantrum. If I left a cup in the sink, he'd bang on my door like I'd committed a crime. He gaslit me constantly. "I did the bins last time. You're always behind on chores." Even when I wasn't. Meanwhile, I was juggling 3 full days of 9 to 5 uni plus 4 days working retail, while he worked 5 days and came home to complain. But the worst part, he made me doubt myself. I'd lie awake at night staring at the ceiling thinking, maybe he's right, maybe I am being difficult. That's what toxic people do. They break you down until you forget who you were before them. One night, after yet another argument over the dishes, I locked myself in my room and decided, I'm done. I wasn't gonna live under someone else's control anymore, not in a place I paid rent for, not in a friendship that had turned into a prison. The next day, I started quietly looking for new places, and as fate would have it, one of my friends said, "Hey, a buddy of mine's looking for a roommate. Want me to introduce you?" It was perfect, affordable rent, good area, and most importantly, peace. I didn't tell Donald. I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of another argument. 2 weeks later, everything was ready. I'd signed the new lease. My parents offered to drive up to help me move in. I took a weekend off work. And then came the day. Saturday morning, the doorbell rang. My parents stood there, smiling, ready to load the car. Donald came out of his room rubbing his eyes, clearly confused. Hey, I didn't know your parents were visiting." I looked him dead in the eyes and said calmly, "They're not visiting. They're here to move me out." He blinked. "Wait, what?" "I found a new place. I decided I didn't want to live by your rules anymore, so I found somewhere else, like you kept suggesting." The silence was perfect. You could see it on his face, that split second of disbelief turning into pure panic. He just froze, like someone had pulled the rug out under him. Then, without a word, he skulked off to his room and slammed the door. My parents and I packed everything in 2 car trips. Every box I carried felt like shedding a layer of stress I'd been wearing for months. When the last box was in the car, I placed my keys on the coffee table, no note, no goodbye, and I walked out without looking back. A few hours later, after settling into my new flat, my phone buzzed. It was a text from Donald. He wrote, "I'm really sorry for the way I behaved. I hope we can still be friends." I stared at it for a second, then typed back just one thing. Ha, ha, ha. That was it. Never heard from him again. But karma wasn't done with him yet. Months later, a mutual friend told me Donald couldn't afford the mortgage on his flat anymore. No one wanted to move in with him. Everyone knew how he treated me. He burned every bridge. He ended up selling the place, quitting his job, and moving back in with his mom. And me? I thrived. My new roommate became one of my closest friends. We're still friends 20 years later. Looking back now, that wasn't just revenge. It was freedom. Sometimes the best revenge isn't yelling or fighting or trying to make them see your worth. It's walking away so quietly they don't even realize you've taken their power with you. If this story gave you that sweet justice satisfaction, hit that like button right now. Tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen or done? And of course, subscribe for more stories that prove karma never misses. Because sometimes walking away is the loudest revenge. I would appreciate if you like and share this video. I will be waiting for your comments. Please subscribe to this channel. I will share more stories like this. Thanks for watching.